Number 20 in your MathXL, let's look at that one. So solve this system of inequalities by graphing. So basically you have to graph both lines and shade and decide where the shading overlaps. What I recommend sometimes is to just do it on Desmos. If you want to, you can do it on a graphing calculator. I will show you both ways in this video. First of all, let's go ahead and graph one on a, just right here. So let's do that. Where is the graph? There we go. I'm going to bring that graph over here so we can use it. I can make it a little smaller. Okay, so I'm going to graph this one and I'm going to try to make so that it matches one of these. If not, it'll be no solution. So let's go ahead and do that. The first line, y is less than, oops, don't want highlighter. Y is less than or equal to 2x plus 3. My slope is 2. My y-intercept is 3. So I'm going to start at 0, 3. Oh, I have a solid line, and I'm going to shade below. So I'm going to start at 0, 3, and I'm going to go up 2 over 1. Like that. Go ahead and graph that. Looks something like that. And then the shading is going to be below. So the shading would be down here. So we're going this way. Okay, and you can look at these and make sure all of these are correct and see if you can come up with an answer. But I'm going to go ahead and graph the other one first. So the next one is a little bit difficult because of the way it's written. So I have to do some movement with my inequality to find the slope and the y-intercept. So I'm going to do that. I'll make this one green. Okay, I'm kind of running out of room here, so I'm going to scroll down. So I have negative 6x plus 3y is greater than 14. So I have to solve this for y, so I'm going to add 6x. So I have 3y is greater than 6x plus 14. Then I'm going to divide by 3 and distribute. So this is going to become y is greater than 6 divided by 3 is 2. So I have 2x. 14 divided by 3 is, it's a fraction. If you divide that in a calculator, you're going to get 4 2/3. So I just leave it 14 over 3. Or if you want to leave it 4 2/3, it'd be 4.6 repeating. So my slope is 2. My y-intercept is 0 and then 4 2/3 or 4.6. I'm going to shade above because of the greater than, and I'm going to have a dotted line because there's no equal to. So let's look at that. I'm going to start at 0 and 4.6. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 0.6 is going to be about up here, not quite at 5. And then I'm going to go up 2 over 1. So up 2 over 1. Oops, that's, yeah, 1, 2 over 1, up 1, 2 over 1. And now I'm going to connect the dots. So let's make this one green. And it has to be dotted. I'll fix that in a minute. Okay, so let's make that line dotted. There we go. Okay, so that's a dotted line, and it's got to be shaded above. So if I look at that, shading it above would put it this way, right? So where do those two overlap? If the red is shaded this way and the green is shaded this way, do they overlap? They do not. So it cannot be this one. It cannot be this one. It cannot be this one because the bottom line here is dotted. It needs to be the top line. This one is the only one. There is no solution, which is true because they don't ever overlap. Remember, the solution to a system of inequalities is where the two inequalities or the three inequalities overlap. This one doesn't have any overlap. So for this one, it would be D.